And we see the Celtics survive. You know, we got something to say about it. We turned up, we motivated. Celtics survive. And gotta give a huge shout out to my boy Jason Tatum. He did his thing. He led the team in scoring 33 points. Just an all-around good game by the Celtics. They had 6 players in double figures. The thing with that is, I need Jaylen Brown to contribute more with Jason Tatum. If you get 6 players in double figures, okay, that's good. You got help. But it's a lot of wins and losses where they got 5, 6 players in double figures, and it's amounting up to nothing because Jason Tatum is struggling and he doesn't have the ball in his hand most of the time. In the first half, it was kind of a struggle. Turned over the ball a couple times in the first quarter. He scored 25 points in the second half. Jason Tatum is a second half scorer. He shows up there, but Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, this is probably the best game from them two this series, because you know they've been down. But the whole point of me is you're wasting time. If I'm Jimmy Butler and I'm the Heat, I'm wasting time and giving the Nuggets more time to rest, get their body right to be prepared for this NBA Finals. And that's the advantage to sweeping a team like the Lakers. With the Nuggets sweeping the Lakers, you get time to rest. And the Celtics and the Heat, they still battling back and forth. This has been the worst game from the Heat. They got outscored 38-23 in the third quarter. The Miami Heat, they go as Jimmy Butler goes, bro. He turned over the ball a couple times in the third quarter, went 0 for 5 in a stretch, couldn't make a shot, and then the team just looked horrible after that, and they get beat. They get beat 116-99. And it ends up that way because that team, this is a Miami Heat team who got beat in the play-in by the Hawks. Like, in the regular season, they were 27% from 3, and in the playoffs, they've been magnificent from 3-point. So it's a switch they turn on. When Jimmy Butler turns it on, it's a time to turn it up. And you're looking at Jason Tatum, you're looking at Jaylen Brown, you're looking at Grant Williams, Al Horford, the team. They got a great team, Marcus Smart, all these boys, and they shouldn't even be in this position in the first place. Against this team in the 8th seed in the Bulls, up 3-1 on you now. You're trying to make a quick urge to come back in this series. You're back home now. So you won the game away. You're back home now. It could get interesting if you win at home. But remember, in this series, you have no wins at home. 0, nothing, 0. No wins at home. Jimmy Butler got his 2 on you at home. So,
oh my God, it seems the good as I don't know what jersey mix, Mike's. Dad, we need that tonight.
From the whole time I've been looking at this team in the Miami Heat, this game just looks like it meant nothing to him. It was lousy. Jimmy Butler, he's laughing on the sideline. He's singing at the podium when he comes on the podium.
Ain't gonna be alright.
Everything's gonna be all right. You know that song? No one. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He's up there. He's feeling good.
Hold on, Dad. Is there a game on now? What's this game?
I have a high percentage of Jimmy Butler and the Bulls pulling off in Game 5, but there is a higher percentage of the Celtics with their team and they better line up. Remember, the Heat got undrafted players and Strus, Duncan, Vincent, all these boys. They turning it up. I shout out to these undrafted players because they hitting buckets like they never had before. But in this game, they've been horrible. At a point, Strus was 1 for 5. They didn't show up. Jimmy Butler, 29 points. He carried this team in that game, and they just couldn't get it done. And if you got Jimmy Butler dropping 30, and you can get these undrafted players not playing the way that we expect them to play, then y'all can come back in this series and make things interesting. The thing is, people are looking for Tyler Hero to come back. There's no update on Tyler Hero. I'm not looking for Tyler Hero to come back. He has a broken hand. So who knows when he's gonna come back? He broke his hand a couple series ago. This is a broken hand. It takes about 6 months.
The NBA season's almost over. What a shame.
I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but it takes some time for your hand to heal after being broken. So I don't even expect him to come back in the finals for real. I think it's just gonna knock him off they game plan and what they got going on. Do we actually think that the Celtics can actually come back in this series and make noise? Are we actually considering that the Celtics will actually make noise and come back in the series? Hell nah. I think it's done. I think it's over. I still think that this is the Heat series to lose. And you cannot lose no games like this. You can't lose a series like this. There is a first for everything. Nobody has came back from down 3-0, and when it happens, when somebody is down 3-0 and somebody in the NBA, one of these teams come back down from 3-0, we're not going to expect it. We're going to think it's over. So there's a first time for everything, and it could be this year. The Celtics can come back. I don't think it will happen, but it can happen. And if that boils down to it, this could be the most horrible choke we've ever seen in NBA history, and I don't think Jimmy Butler is going for that. Bam Adebayo, he has to give you a better game than when he gave you 10 points, 8 rebounds, 9 rebounds. You got to give me more points. You're Bam Adebayo. We got to get Bam Adebayo more touches to score. And when he's scoring, it makes it easy for Jimmy Butler. It makes it easy for the rest of the players. They hit their shots on the perimeter. And it was because it was a bad day on the perimeter. It was just a bad night on the perimeter. The Celtics had the better night and shooting 51% on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So they got to play some defense. Jimmy Butler, they going to come back and do their thing. I'm expecting for that to happen. And LeBron James, the man, we don't know what's going on with him. My percentage of him retiring, and I'm talking about him retiring here. Not at all. You got to play with your son. You already said it. You got $47 million guaranteed next year with $50 million in the player option in the second year. You said you were better than 95% of the players in the league right now. So why even take the choice to even retiring anyways? I know you got to this point. It was a long season. You had a long season. You had ups, you had lows, you had sideways, you had all that going on this season. We didn't know how this season was going to go for the Lakers, but it ended up going well, and you ended up in the conference championship. Okay, you got swept. You can't get swept. You're LeBron James. I know it's horrible to get swept, but to get swept and then retire off of getting swept, I don't want to see that out of a player. You got to get off on a high note. You know what I'm saying? Get off on a high note. If you say next year you play, you don't make the playoffs, okay, boom, go ahead, retire, do your thing, have a so-so amount of season, play well, do your thing, get it done, then retire. Hit a Tom Brady, go out on the beach, collect some sand, do your retirement speech video. But to have the tour around the league, who cares? You're LeBron James. We know the greatness in you already. What is the point of having a world tour? You're not a player to have a world tour. Just go ahead and retire if you're going to retire. But if you're not saying it now, don't keep bringing this up in the offseason about what you got to think about and if you're retiring. Because we know you're not retiring, LeBron James. Fuss it up. Nikola Jokic bust you. Jamal Murray busted you. All them shooters, Michael Porter Jr. busted you. Oh, well, take it to the chest. Your team got together halfway through the season. You got some parts. You got Vanderbilt. You got D'Lo. You got some great pieces. You got Austin Reeves that you grew up from the soil. You got a great team going forward. Don't send a message out there to the Lakers like that and throw things off because y'all made the Western Conference Finals. A lot of teams didn't make the Western Conference Finals. There's only 4 teams who can make the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, and you're one of the teams. You got help. Anthony Davis, on the other hand, maybe you need to talk to somebody on the outside about what package you got that we can send off, because Anthony Davis has lows and some highs, and you're Anthony Davis, and that was a bad game in Game 4. That's all I'm saying. So we looking forward to Game 5 and what the Celtics and the Heat are going to do, and when these finals are going to start between the Nuggets and the Heat. Or can the Celtics come back and we see Nuggets and the Celtics? You know we all turned up for it. Keep me turned up. I love y'all. It's all about y'all. Y'all stay motivated. Y'all keep grinding for me. And I'm watching y'all out there. Keep doing y'all thing. Keep watching these videos. And we coming hard. Me and 3D out, yeah. God bless. Thank you for watching the Lace 'Em Up Sports Talk Show. If you want to stay tuned in to the latest sports hype, hit that subscribe button or watch my latest videos. Thank you, baby. Let's go.